Hello. Sorry I haven't uploaded a video recently. I've just been honestly quite busy. Not in a bad way. I've just been, well, basically a lot of training going on and seeing family and friends, and basically saying yes to a lot of things, which, you know, isn't a bad thing. It is good for my health, like my mental health. But it does mean that I don't really have much free time to do these videos. I also aim to do a bit more like in-depth videos where I can delve into some deeper topics, but I've got to figure out how to work the editing software first. So today's just going to be a short video. It's going to be about the fact that sometimes you do have good days, and it's incredibly important to acknowledge these days. Now, I first started to recognize good points in my life when I was going through depression in the early days. I was 18, and obviously I went to the doctors and they sent me on to a psychologist. Now, even back then, when my thoughts and ideas were in the infant stage, they're much more in depth now, but even back then the psychologist didn't really know what to say to me or what to do with me, because, like I've said in previous videos, my depression doesn't come from trauma. It doesn't come from bad circumstances. My life is on paper very good, or good at least, and so I found most of it to be a waste of time. But something she told me was, every day that you have, try and pick out at least one good thing that happened in that day, one positive moment. And that is a really good way to try and not be so negative all the time. I don't do it every day. I find it quite difficult to do it every day. You forget, things are busy, and you know, your mind is elsewhere, especially when you're an adult. But what I do try and do is make myself aware of when I'm having a good day. And it's really, well, I think it's really important to do this, because good days can just keep you going. Now, good days are different for everyone, and there's a difference between a good day and a day that just isn't bad. So a day that isn't bad is one where, you know, nothing bad goes for you, where you're not having the negative thoughts as much, and you know, you're not really feeling low, but you're not feeling good either. Like, not bad days are extremely forgettable. It's just the passing of time. You know, life goes on, which they're better than bad days, but they're not good days. A good day is when you really lose yourself in the moment, like you're laughing, you're having fun, and you almost revert back to your old self before you had depression. Like your innocent self comes out, because you're just enjoying the moment. And the problem with good days is, when you're enjoying yourself, time goes really fast, so it can be over in a blip, and you know, you can move on from it, and then before you know it, you're either having a not bad day or a bad day. So this is why I say it's really important to acknowledge these good days, because, like I said, they can just rush past you without you really even realizing it. So what I find is during the moment, or sometimes not even during the moment, but after the moment has passed, is to actually think, oh no, that was a good day. I've actually really had a good day today or yesterday. But you've got to do it, you know, pretty soon as when it's happening, just so you can reflect on it and just really take it in. Just be like, yeah, I appreciate that today has happened. And good days can be different for everyone. So for me, my recent good days were this past weekend. I went back to my hometown and saw my family, saw my friends, and I just had a really nice time. The weather's beautiful at the moment, and at the start of the weekend I was feeling positive. Like, I had in my head that there's a good chance that I'd be able to buy some land with my sister. Unfortunately, I don't think that is going through now, and I'll get into that at the end of the video. But so I had positive energy going into the weekend, and I just had good activities lined up. I was always busy, and I actually had a good few days. And these good days, they essentially like reset your brain. Now, my bad moods come in waves. I haven't been diagnosed with bipolar. I don't think I'm bipolar. I just think my depression hits me in waves. And these negative waves can, you know, last like a week to several weeks to, yeah, you know, they can last quite a long time. But where you can have a good day, it just allows you to do the things that you don't want to do after, you know, it just calms you. And it also allows you to push on, because, you know, after about the third or fourth week of feeling really low, there's that thought that's in your head constantly. I mean, it goes on. It's always there, but really when you're having a long period of negative time, the thought of ending it is always there. And these good days, it brings you back. It actually takes you out of reality, because for me, the reality is the depressive episodes, but it makes you think, no, there are good things that can happen in life. And if I ended it, you know, when I was feeling low, I wouldn't have experienced this good day. I wouldn't have made those people laugh, and they wouldn't have made me laugh. And these good days have good memories, and I just find that the odd good day here and there just allows you to carry on. Now, the frequency of good days varies with individuals, and also just moments in your life. My previous good days were probably about 6 weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago. I wanted to do this video then, but then I started feeling low, and I was like, I'm not actually in the mood to talk about when I have good days. And that's why I really wanted to get this video out, because I've recently had some good days. Yeah, so about the land, I now have a feeling that I'm going to have some bad days. Not yet, not quite yet, but come winter time, I always get seasonal depression, and it's not looking good that I'm getting this land either. So I no longer have hope. It's going to start getting darker, and without getting the land, it means I'm going to have less things to do. Well, not less things to do, but I'm not going to fill up my time with new things to do. It's got to be things that I'm currently doing, which for me can get quite boring. I do, however, have a fight coming for the 10th of October, and this kind of arose. I've always wanted to have one fight. I enjoy the UFC, watching that, and I think it's a really brave thing to do, to step in the ring. I just want the one fight. I may have two if I lose this first one, but I've got two and a half months of having this fight in my mind. But once that's over, it's like, okay, then the winter's here and I haven't got anything to think about for the future. So I'm a bit apprehensive of this winter, but with the idea of sometimes you have good days, I know there's a good day in the future as well. So that will keep me going. I don't know what those days will be, but there will be a time when I have a good day. So yeah, this negative wave isn't here yet. I just have an inclination that it will be here relatively soon. Well, I might have it before the fight, but I'm probably almost certainly going to have it after the fight. So yeah, like I said, I've been trying to keep saying yes to things. That is keeping me busy. That's why I haven't done any other videos. And by saying yes to things, it also opens the doors to having more good days. So I'm going to keep saying yes to things, because I think that for now is more important than these videos. I'm happy that people are watching them. Not many, but to me it's a lot. And if I can, still do at least one a month, that'd be good. But yeah, I'm not sure when I will do the more in-depth ones, but for now I'm definitely going to keep doing these. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I think it's important that whether you're depressed or not, that it is important to acknowledge when you've had a good day or a good few days. And even if you have had some negative days, I think it's important to try and pick out the positive ones, positive moments in those days too, because life is filled with negative energy. The world is designed to keep you depressed. It's designed so you suffer, and in a world designed to make you suffer, the good bits are, well, they're like gold, and you really need to look out for them and appreciate when you have golden moments. And like I said, that's for depressed and non-depressed people alike. So I hope whoever's watching can at least take some positivity from this video. And yeah, that's been my expression of depression. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.